We have all experienced it before. There's something we have to do. But even though we know this, we can't convince ourselves to sit down and get it done. Instead, we are overwhelmed with all of the distractions surrounding us. Our thoughts run rampant. It clips in the voice in the back of our head, telling us to get back on track. We feel out of control, like we can't take charge of our own actions. Temptations are all around us, and foolishly, we keep giving into them. If this scenario resonates with you, then you are more than likely suffering from a lack of self discipline. Self discipline is all about being able to have control over yourself and what you do, say, or think. Because we live in a society that prioritizes pleasure over logic, we fail to realize that self discipline is integral to our success in life. Without self discipline, there is very little that we can accomplish, no matter how big our hopes and dreams are. We can't get to the place we want to be in life just by dreaming. It's impossible. Achieving success requires action. Self-discipline is important for a variety of reasons, but the major one is the fact that having self-discipline can completely change the trajectory of your life for the better. You will not only be healthier and happier once you master self-discipline, you will also find that you are a much more successful person in business, relationships, and numerous other areas of life. Self-deprecation is no longer looked down upon, rather it is expected. We limit ourselves by downplaying our abilities, and as a result, many people do not realize the power that they have within them. No matter how much you feel like your abilities are lacking, you are capable of achieving great things. Both in your professional life and your personal life, you have the strength deep inside you to fight your way through anything life throws at you, no matter how tough it is. Developing a strong sense of discipline can completely change your life. This is coming from someone who has lived a good privileged life so far with a supportive family and a solid education. But privilege means nothing without purpose, and purpose is useless without discipline. So I choose to work, I choose to build, not because I had to, but because I refuse to waste the gift. My obsession is actually growth. My fuel is the curiosity that drives me, and my method is the repetition I do every single day. The truth is, most people never hit their potential, not because they lack talent, but because they lack the patience. They want results in a week, they want shortcuts. And here's the code actually. Success is the reward for doing the same boring thing over and over without applause. That's how I learned AI, that's how I built projects, that's how I landed internships, that's how I ended up speaking at conferences, that's how I ended up publishing a research in high school, not with the noise, with actual discipline. There is no hack for consistency. There is no substitute for showing up every single day, even when it's silent, even when it's lonely, even when it's inconvenient. I built routines, not because they are cool, because they work. Wake up, focus, learn, build, share, reflect, and repeat the cycle. That's actually the system. I don't wait for motivation because it is actually a guest. It comes and goes. But discipline is the family. It stays and it reminds you that this is bigger than you. I'm not in a race against others. I'm in a race against comfort. Because comfort is the enemy of greatness, and I refuse to live life at half capacity. The version of me you see today, the guy building projects, the guy interning at MRC, the guy leading AI works, the guy studying computer science, he didn't come from talent. He came from thousands of silent hours stacked on top of each other. From choosing to watch one more tutorial, from debugging just one more time, from writing one more line of code. That's the truth. Discipline isn't about perfection. It's about choosing progress over and over again. And I'll be real with you. I'm not done. I'm still learning. I'm still a beginner. I still fail, but I don't stop. Because this life, the one I'm building, it's not gonna be built on hype. I'm building this on habits. And if you want this life, you gotta work so hard for it. If you want to build, create, lead, grow, it all starts now. Not when you feel ready, not when it's inconvenient, just now. Discipline is what turns ambition into reality. It's what separates people who talk from people who actually do the work. So show up daily, fully, silently, and if you must, but show up. I'm Cherno, and this is CBJtech, built by curiosity, fueled by vision, sustained by discipline. And if I can do it, living a life full of opportunities and still choosing the hard path, then so you can. We all have habits that we partake in on a daily basis. If you are struggling to develop a sense of self-discipline, then some of your habits are likely unhealthy and not contributing to your overall well-being. No matter how routine these habits have become, they are ultimately breakable habits, ones that you can get rid of with the right time and effort. Now that you are on the path to having strong self-discipline, it is time to focus on developing unbreakable habits that you will utilize in your everyday life. Unbreakable habits are a key part of self-discipline. All people have specific rituals that they may not even realize are habits. This could be waking up at a certain time every day, following a morning routine, checking your emails first thing in the morning. Though habits relating to your success and hygiene are obviously important to maintain, right? Throughout your life, you have also developed habits that you don't realize are harming you. Perhaps when you feel sad, you unconsciously turn to food, or maybe when you feel frustrated, you instinctively lash out at people. These actions have become so ingrained in your life that you might not realize how unhealthy they are. Even if you do recognize this, you may feel stuck, unsure of how to change the way that you respond to things. Creating unbreakable habits begins by understanding what habits contribute to developing self-discipline. Do you feel like you spend too much time per day in front of a screen? Recognize this and develop rules for yourself that you will not break. In this case, you could start by slowly cutting down screen time every day until you reach an ideal limit. Unbreakable habits are no matter what habits, the habits that you do every day, week, and month. No matter your age, abilities, disabilities, or responsibilities, we must all stay committed to finding our new benchmarks, because not only those that keep your mind engaged and your demons at bay, you actually might achieve things the old you could never have achieved.